Hi everyone, good morning. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 in Me. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. I want to first of all start by thanking you all for being here. I really do appreciate you taking the time every day to join us and join in the conversation and just be with each other. It's just, I think, a really good way to strengthen this community of women over 60 who are trying to reinvent their lives and just make the most of this time that we have and living life with vitality and verve and passion and purpose. And I've got my cup of tea to help me with this morning. I am drinking my Puka Green, it's 3 ginger tea. Now, as you probably know, ginger is one of my favorite plants. It's like a root, and turmeric is in that family. It's got all different kinds, and they're all supposed to be very, very good for your health. They're one of these kind of universal medicines that have been known to the Chinese and Indian nutrition experts for years or for thousands of years, and they're supposed to help with everything from digestion to helping your body to absorb nutrients and minerals to actually preventing or helping to prevent things like dementia, Alzheimer's, and even cancer. So it's one of these teas that I think is something worth considering. Don't take my word for it though. I mean, look online under the ginger tea or turmeric tea, and you'll see that there's been a lot of in the last few years, a lot of talk about this particular kind of tea. So my 3 ginger tea. So I hope you've got a drink, coffee, tea, juice, whatever you drink in the morning. And I want to talk to you about something that maybe you like to do, maybe you don't. It's one of these, we're probably going to be a little bit split down the middle on this one. And that is whether you like online shopping. Okay, now, when I was living in the States, I used to watch QVC a lot. And it was really funny. I used to watch it almost as much for the company and just the characters who were on those shows. I mean, you got to know the presenters, and it just felt like you were part of the family. And of course, that's their strategy. That's how they get you to watch for hours and hours and to buy, at the push of a button. But it's really, that's kind of was my introduction to online shopping. But when I stopped to think about it, it actually goes back much further than that in my life, and perhaps some of you will resonate with this. I remember, and I've got a picture to show it, that my mom used to shop from the Sears Roebuck catalog. Do you remember that? And it's so funny because I think it was quite a limited choice of items, but I can see this picture of myself and my 2 brothers all wearing kind of the same coat. It was like a not double breasted, but it had a zip up the front, and it had a furry hooded hood on it so that it keeps you warm in the winter, because we were living in Canada at the time and it was really cold. But it was so funny that I know she'd ordered these coats from the Sears Roebuck catalog. So that was, even before I was 10 years old, I had been an online shopper through my mom. So you probably are getting the point here that online shopping has been with us, for a while. We like the convenience of it. And one of our bloggers, Jody Filagoma, wrote an article about this. It was kind of, how to make it fun. Because I think that mall shopping, going to the mall and being entertained by, music and the physical aspect of shopping, it's really become more of an entertainment than it has a shopping experience. And some people even say they go to the mall to hang out, to walk around, to get ideas, not even to buy anything. But some people do prefer shopping in a physical shop, in a boutique or on the high street, go into a shop like Target or Walmart or one of those places where you can have a real variety of goods, and you can touch them, you can feel them, you can see the colors, and that, I think, that is the seduction of retail shopping. Where you can actually be drawn into it. You can try stuff on. There's all these kinds of pros of doing retail on, brick and mortar shopping. But some people don't like it. And, the more that you get comfortable with online shopping and the more you start to recognize brands that you like, and, you like, the sizes, what fits you, you're really more comfortable just sitting there at home, ordering stuff from your catalog. Or maybe you do like I do sometimes, you go into a shop try on a dress and don't see it in your size, or try on anything and don't see it in your size, and then come back home, go online, and of course they've got unlimited choice online, and you can buy assuming it's not sold out, of course, you can buy the dress or item that you want. So there's that kind of partnership between the retail store and the online business, which is maybe the ideal scenario. But anyway, if you've used Avon, if you've used any of these online catalog shops, you'll know exactly how you felt about it. But, I think, I was going to say, I looked at my notes here, Amazon. I mean, don't get me started on Amazon because, well, not only is it convenient, I mean, you put your credit card in there and you can just literally press one button to order everything from books to, to clothing, to home decor items, to supplements, everything, makeup. They have almost everything you could imagine. And, I've had to kind of really discipline myself with Amazon because it takes so little time to order that, you can be very what's the word? Not frivolous, just not very thoughtful about what you're purchasing. And it can add up. It really can. And then you have to kind of have a conversation with yourself, like, did I really need that thing? I mean, was it really something that I wanted? Anyway, but that's a good conversation to have anywhere you shop. But anyway, that's online, it's a little more tempting because it's just so easy. But anyway, Jody mentions, of course, the cons that she's experienced, and I agree with her. I mean, you can't see the colors properly when you're doing an online shop. You can see what they call is turquoise, but when you get it home, it could be teal. And big difference. If you're looking for turquoise and you get teal blue, it's very hard with photography sometimes to get the exact color. You can't feel. I'm a real tactile person. I really like textures and I like touching things. I'm going through the shops like I go touching them because I like silks and slinky fabric and natural fabrics. So anyway, but you can't really feel the texture. I've mentioned it before, you can't try stuff on. Now, I know some shops online are doing interesting things with pictures, like you upload a picture of yourself and they'll show you the item of clothing on your body, or at least on the shape of your body. And that does help. But, whether the jacket, for example, has got like darts in the back or just little fitted elements that you really see when you try on an item and you don't see it when you purchase online. And of course, a lot of people just love the shopping experience. I've mentioned it before. I mean, I sometimes I go for a shop, I walk through the mall just to get ideas. What's coming the next year? What's next season? What colors are big? What shapes? I get ideas, and then I go look for them in other places. Sometimes online, but sometimes I'll go in and enjoy a shopping experience. Now, the pros to online shopping that Jody mentions are pretty significant too. For one thing, you've got a wider range of items across all sizes. You've got, if you're a petite shopper, sometimes you go into a retail store and you just can't find those petite clothing, or if you're shorter, shorter in height, or even taller, like those extremes, like where you've got unique sort of body shape. It's really, I think, kind of that's one of the pros of online. You've got choice. Now, another thing is if you've got a seasonal item that you're trying to get, like for example, you're going on holiday and you need a bathing suit. Now try finding that in a store in November or December. Unless you've got a shop that has a bathing suit department, you're not going to have much choice. So if you go online, you can buy swimming suits any time of the year. Again, you can't try them on, but then Jody's got some ideas for that, for online. Now, if you're an online shopper, that's great. I mean, you know what you're doing. You can go have a cup of tea now and just listen in just to be part of the conversation, because if you're a big fan, you don't need any help. But if you aren't an online shopper and you're trying to get maybe a little more comfortable with it, here's some ideas from Jody. Well, first of all, you got to find the website. So go to google.com and you just type in, you can even say looking for scarves or just scarves. scarves in, in blue scarves. Just type in whatever you want in Google or Bing, and up will come a number of shops that those items are at. For example, if you're looking for, a navy blue dress, or a long-sleeved white blouse. Just type in what you want, and you'll actually get used to it then. And click on the website of the shop, and then the fun, of course, begins. Now, the first thing that Jody suggests that you do, excuse me, when you go to look at the items online, is look at the returns policy. Do that first. Look at the returns policy to see whether, number one, they accept a return, and if they don't, like what do you pay the postage if you have to send it back, or do they? What are their rules? And it's really important that this is one thing for online. If you order the wrong size and then you can't return it, well, then you've really got a problem. You can't use it, and you can't return it. So important. Most of the retail shops that have a reputation do have good return policies, but go and check it out. It's usually at the bottom of the home page, and it's usually clickable. You click and it says what the shipping charges might be, what the return policies. Sometimes you have to email them for a label that they will send you in order to send it back, and some just offer free shipping back to them. So you just have to look for the shop and see what they offer. And if you don't find it on their website, give them a call. It's very rare to see an online shop these days that doesn't have a customer services phone line where you can ring them up and just ask your questions. But think carefully, by the way, about overseas shopping. I actually do, of course, I live in Switzerland, so I do have to think about this because a lot of times I have to pay extra duty, like customs, to get items shipped to me from the United States. And sometimes it just really makes the cost of the item prohibitive. So be careful. You may see something that you really want from Paris, or you really want from Eastern Europe somewhere, but just be careful about the returns policy. Now, another thing you can look at online, and this is part of the online experience, is to check reviews. And the people in these shops, they encourage people to leave reviews. And you get pretty good balanced, this material disappointed me, or it was too thin, or it wasn't to size. And you can really learn a lot. Measurements, again, be really careful that you're looking at the size relevant to your country. A size 12 in the United States is not a size 12 necessarily in Canada or in England or Paris. The sizes are different. It just seems so illogical to me, but that's the reality. And, order bigger to be safe. Of course, you can always take it in. And also beware of the model that's showing the clothing, because sometimes they're 5'8", 9", and the dress looks perfect length. But when it comes to you, you're 5'6" or something, and it's too long. So just check the size. And they normally will say the model is a size 10 and she is 5'6" or 5'8". Just watch for that. Now, multiple sizes. Jody has her own strategy for this, which is to order 2 sizes. Now, of course, she knows where she's ordering from. She knows the returns policy. So she will order sometimes 2, a size, 10 and a 12, and then return the one that's too small. And that's, I think, a good strategy if you're comfortable with it, because if you know the business and you know that there's no hassle with returns. But if there's any doubt, that's not a good strategy. I've never done it. This is the truth. I always order the size I'm pretty sure is going to work for me. I very rarely have to send anything back. I don't buy things that are too fitted. And I know my size pretty well. So that's something that Jody suggests, though. Just buy 2 sizes if you want. Think about color. We've mentioned that before. Check about free shipping. We've looked at that. A lot of companies do free shipping, so it's not an unusual thing to happen. But just make sure. And as I said, call if you have any questions. A real person can chat with you. Sometimes they have live chat right online, where they have a person that you can type a question to. It's really cool. I mean, online shopping has really, come a long way. The other thing about free shipping is sometimes it's if you spend over, $50 or something, and sometimes it's worth it to go buy a little something that's $10, because then that saves you the shipping and you've got an extra item that you can keep or give to a friend as a gift. Jody closes her article, and I would encourage you to go read it because it's actually quite interesting. She says that one trend that's coming along, I'm not used it myself, but it's called Universal Shopping Cart. And this is where you log into a shop that basically where you can shop to multiple stores. So you go into, I don't even know what an example, she's got one in her article, where you go in and then it says, do you want to buy from this shop, Nordstrom's, Target, this, that, and they put all the shops together. So you get one shopping cart with all these items from different stores. And that's a trend that she says is really taking off because of, again, simplicity of it, the convenience, and the fact that we're all in a hurry, aren't we, these days? I actually personally kind of like to meander in and out of little boutiques, and I'm going to keep on supporting the little shops myself as best I can. But then again, you're going on holiday, you want something quickly, and online is pretty convenient. Anyway, I hope this has been useful and inspiring in some way, and I'd love to know from you. Are you a big online shopper? Do you like online shopping? Or do you prefer to shop in retail stores? Let's leave some comments below. Just put them in the section below, whether you like online shopping or not, and we'll have a conversation. Yeah, share your stories. I mean, what's worked for you, what hasn't? What's your feedback about online shopping? Anyway, look forward to the conversation. Thanks so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And I just hope you have a fabulous day, everyone. Go out and enjoy yourself, and we'll talk to you again really soon. Bye-bye for now.